Hi, this is Dr. Dyan Haspel-Johnson, and I'm here with my weekly sleep tip. So I've been talking about auditory, visual, and kinesthetic processing and how that impacts the hypnotic state and how we can learn these things about ourselves so that we can gain more control over our experiences, relax better, feel better, sleep better, things like that. So I've talked a little bit about auditory processing. Now I want to talk about visual processing. So visual processing is what we see and how we see things. And that's, by the way, you know, the dominant systems, and everybody has one or two dominant systems, auditory, visual, or kinesthetic. There's other systems like taste and smell, but the dominant systems are auditory, visual, and kinesthetic. Everybody has one or two dominant system and one that is a less comfortable system. The trance state happens through the dominant systems, but we go into the deepest trance state through the least comfortable system. So let's talk a little bit about the visual system. So the visual system is how we see the world. And actually, if you watch the eye movement of someone who's in a visual processing mode, they're going to tend to look up and they're going to tend to gesture out, like presenting on a stage. And so you can notice that about yourself. You can notice that about others. And it's a super interesting thing. So if you notice yourself saying, "I see," or "I notice," those are visual processing words. That means that you're working in that system at that time. And so, for example, when I design self-hypnosis for people, I try to use all of the different systems. A lot of times I notice in some of the apps, particularly for sleep and relaxation, things like that, they tend to kind of go into one, maybe two systems. I think it's better, I'm always really mindful of this, to use all of the systems. Why would you do one thing when you could do many things? Because we tend to function using all of these different systems at one time or another. So, for example, if you're lying in bed and you're having trouble sleeping and you're feeling those ruminating thoughts, you might focus on the sensations in your body that takes you out of that thinking mode, that auditory mode. And you might also imagine a beautiful sanctuary. So I'm here in nature, right? Why? Because it's a beautiful visual space. I hear the sound of birds. I hear a little bit of the breeze. I see the trees. I see the green. I breathe the fresh air. And so I'm using all of my systems here. And so looking around at nature orients us to this visual system. You know, you can look at the trees, you can look at the leaves and how many leaves are on a branch, and you can count them and you can think about that, and you can commit that a little bit to memory. And then when you're lying in bed, you can draw that up again in your mind and see which of these systems really helps you relax more. That's also going to give you a lot of really important information, and it might help you in the future if you've had a hard day, if you're worried about something. Shift the system. And you can even narrate it a little bit to yourself. That's taking a little bit into auditory, but see if you can imagine yourself at a beach or imagine yourself amongst the trees. Notice the colors that you enjoy looking at, and that might really help you to relax even more. Okay, and you can go to the link in my profile where you can download your free video and ebook through the link in my profile, and let me know what you think. Okay? Sweet dreams.